I would think of Sanju as the hero. I couldn't think of any other actor to play the leading man. I'm finding it very strange at the moment to talk about this when Sanju, poor fellow, is actually going through such a moment. But that is a part of Sanjay Dutt, the generous man that I know, the generous friend that I know. He's playing a very light-hearted role. His character's name is Inspector Karate. Sanju and I have actually known each other even before he started working in my films. In fact, my debut-making film, not his, called Inam 10,000 in the mid-80s. There was Zehrile, there was Safari, and now there's Hain Raahi, and Sanju's always been with me. He plays a pivotal role in the film, Sanjay Dutt, and we were all very, very keen that he be with us in this last stretch as we are about to release in the theatres. Unfortunately, fate has willed otherwise. He isn't with us. We are missing him terribly. Hopefully, he will find the strength to come out of this, and I'm looking forward to the moment when I can show him the film and get his reaction to it. He's playing a very light-hearted role. His character's name is Inspector Karate. And the film is actually told to him, it's seen through his eyes. And so the entire unfolding of the story of the film takes place through Sanjay Dutt's eyes. And then our leading man, Dev, his character gets into a very major problem. And Sanjay Dutt is actually the person who sorts out that problem for him in the pre-climax of the film. I'm finding it very strange at the moment to talk about this when Sanju, poor fellow, is actually going through such a moment. But that is a part of Sanjay Dutt, the generous man that I know, the generous friend that I know. He found out through another friend of mine, Chunky Pandey, that we were doing this film with Dev as the hero. Dev had actually played Sanju's son in an earlier film of mine when Dev was a child. And Sanju actually treats him he has that kind of regard for him. And when he found out that Dev was going to be launched in this film, so he phoned me and he said that, you know, with Dev in the film, you have to make me a part of this film. So I said, Sanju, I would not approach you for this film because you're not the leading man in this film. Dev is the leading man. He said, no, give me any role. I am absolutely willing to do it for Dev. So I said that we have this role and this is a very interesting role. Would you like to play it? And he said, certainly, and that's what I'm going, anytime, any role that you suggest. But I said, no, this is really good. And he said that, okay, I'd really want to do this. Sanju and I have actually known each other even before he started working in my films. He worked in a film of mine, in fact, my debut-making film, not his, called Inam 10,000 in the mid-80s. And he had great fun, and so did I, making the film. So we kind of just bonded. And we felt that we should make many, many films together. So every film that I would think of subsequently, I would think of Sanju as the hero. I couldn't think of any other actor to play the leading man. And it was just a kind of formality to approach him and tell him, okay, we're making the next film. And he wouldn't even bother to really listen to the script. He would just hear a vague outline of his role and report on the sets for shooting. And then he would come in and of course blow everybody off the screen, as he always does. There was Zehrile, there was Safari, and now there's Hain Raahi, and Sanju's always been with me. Sanju is a person who has such a large presence, and such a massive presence in our industry and in all our lives, that we are feeling completely, in many ways, bereft that he is not here. I'm really looking forward to his coming out of this trouble that he finds himself in, to being with us again, to my showing him this film, and a return of those days, those happy days for Sanju.